All right. Hello, everyone. Or I guess just one of you for now. Welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. My name is Jeremy, and I will be leading our Lunch and Learn today. So I know, Jeremy, you often come in just to observe, but if you have any questions or thoughts, you can go ahead and pop those in the chat or the Q&A. Otherwise, we'll probably give it a few minutes, see if anyone else is joining for the day, and then we can get started looking at some stuff. All right. Again, welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat or the Q&A. We do not have any pre-submitted questions today, so we're going with just what you guys come up with to post in the chat. If you have anything, go ahead and ask. Otherwise, we'll get started in a couple minutes in case anyone else is joining. And Redley, I'll start with you and I'll unmute you in a minute once we give it a minute to see if anyone else is joining for today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Radley, since you raised your hand, I'll give you a chance to talk, and you can go ahead and ask whatever questions you got.
Hey, Jeremy. Um, so I have a complex data type with three string fields in it, and I want to write all the instances of that data type to an Excel file. Um, First time I've had to create a Excel file and write things to it, so just not sure how to do that. Didn't know if you could demonstrate that for me.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a quick look. Do you know what type of data structure it is, or do
A
you think
sim
it
a
matters?
simple structure. Yep. Yeah, just that database structure.
You said it was three strings.
It is. Yep.
All right, we'll just go string one, string two, and string three. I think that worked. I don't know why that popped up. All right, self-test flow. All right, did you try any particular steps or anything at all with it, or are you just kind of in general looking for
Yeah, I haven't even got.
solutions?
I just got to the point where I was ready to create the Excel file just a
Got
few
it.
minutes ago, so I figured I'd join the call and instead of reading about it, figured I'd have you show me how to
Yeah,
do it.
of course. Um, that's just going to create an Excel, nothing specific about pathing information. Let's see here. Looks like most of these are just starting or ending with an Excel, not actually passing things into one. So let me ask you this. If your goal is to output some kind of Excel file, if you have something like something like a report like this, if you can
Yeah,
just export this report as an Excel file, is that kind of
I
like
think that
what
would
you're looking
work.
for?
Yep.
Okay, great, perfect. That's pretty simple enough to do actually then. Let's see, I think I have a dashboard set up already. Oh, oh, here it is. There we go. So I got my dashboard. That rest of this stuff doesn't matter with what you're looking for. Key is our report here at the bottom. If I've got a report that shows anything, this will load for me. Decision. Okay, well, this is an example of a report. This is just a report that's showing the one way of showing it, but you actually can um you have these like actions with the three dots,
Okay.
and you have the ability to actually download or send the report. And from here, you can actually just download that as an Excel file. Um, and so what I was trying to get it to is to get this to load is to show you you can do it with your created ones as well. If you've created your own report, you should have the same capabilities.
Is that something that I could trigger and send through a flow?
I would, I'm gonna guess there is a way to do it. I'd have to
Okay.
take a look and see. Maybe
And I
mess
can
with it a
dig
little
around
bit.
as well.
Yes, there is a way to do it. Man, what is up with this today? Apologies, I don't know why it's doing that. Um,
So,
go.
Jeremy, the Jeremy in the chat is saying that you can just utilize a run report step in your flow.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's one way you can do it. I was going to show this. There's actually like a very specific flow behavior as well, which is what I was trying to pull up. Um, so it's things like this too. So if you need Excel files from a report data, you can actually build your flows based on this as well. So
Okay.
it's a type of flow you can create. You can export your report, um, and you can do it like straight into an Excel file. That's
Very good.
one way you can do it there. So that's as a flow behavior. So when you're going to create flows, you can actually search for it there. Um, and then the other one was, uh, yes, like was just mentioned in the run report step. Very similarly, this, you pick a report and then you can actually output the data depending on how you want to use it. So
Excellent. Very
it's
good.
kind of like a few different ways, I guess, you can do it. So if you wanted to pull it up as a flow, I would check the run report step. And if it's maybe giving you trouble or you want more configuration, I think this is like the most simplistic way because you can just run the report. If you need more configuration for how that gets output, then the flow behavior that I mentioned would do the trick there because there will be
Awesome.
more configuration there behind it.
Very good. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. All right. Any other questions? It's a pretty um, not particularly busy day today, so if either of you have questions, we can go ahead. Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, hi there. This is kind of a queue jumping question because I have a support ticket in as well. But if you could resolve it for me, I would happily close out the support ticket.
Okay, yeah, I can
Uh,
try my best. What you got?
So my scenario is I have a flow data extension type, and basically I want to retrieve a list of all of the types that are at a particular state. But if I understand correctly, the state is stored at the folder level. So
Hmm.
I'm just trying to wonder how I get to do a fetch entities to get all of the flow data extension records that are at a particular state.
Yeah, of course. So, um, you'll notice if you have a fetch entity step, you actually have two pieces here for the fetch entities.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
And so the first one is like your overarching type. So here is you won't use your data type. Here you can actually do what you mentioned, right? Your state stored at the folder level. So you can choose folder for that type there. And then the extension is where you can choose your data extension, right? If you have a flow data structure or whatever, I think I've got a case entity I can pull here. Loan application, one of our training projects, right?
Okay, and then
And
when
so
I
then
build
from
the filter,
here,
then I'll see the state. Is that what's
yep.
going on?
So fetch criteria, if I go there now, I'll have, these are all of my loan applications from my extension, right, that I created those items. But as I go down, you'll see I have two deleteds. One is for the folder, one is for the data extension. And I also have
All right.
state, which is in the
Awesome.
folder. So I can do that exact thing and then, set your
Right.
criteria to grab exactly what you want.
Outstanding. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right, it's a nice and easy one. Any other questions from anyone today? It's a pretty light group. I'll just maybe show this off a little bit then. So with one of our training projects, because we actually use that concept in one of our training projects pretty heavily. Because the idea is someone can submit loans and there's a number of states, right? Whether it's been approved, rejected, or different states that are in a progress, like in progress state. And so we have these tiles in one of the dashboards in this training project that kind of utilizes that concept. And so we build these tiles essentially using that exact concept here, where we'll fetch folders in the loan applications. In this particular case, this is just general, so we don't really need the folders here, but we just use the concept of loan applications. And in this one, for example, it requires that this tile is only showing items that have been approved. So we do that exact thing. We've got the folder as the type name, the extension with our loan application for our particular created data type. And then we add some fetch criteria to make sure we have the right email and the particular state. And then as long as we have it for one of these two states, then it'll fetch that data. And then we can just simply use some steps to grab the counts. of how many items have been passed through, and then display that in our tile. So we use that pretty heavily because that's using a number of tiles here to grab specific, exactly like you're mentioning, right? Filtering out exactly what we want to display the information in our tiles, as well as there may be a couple cases where we are able to grab that specific information to send it to the right place. And so that's one of our training projects actually does that.
And is this a
pretty
sample
significant amount.
project?
This is one of our trainings. So if you sign up for our training, it's one of our projects that we walk through the build for it.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
And Alex, I can send you some of that stuff if you'd like. If I can send you some of the requirement document, task list, and stuff like that, so you can look at how we built it in a text-based format if that helps you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Robert. All right. Any other questions for the day? All right then. Very light day today. Uh, we'll kind of end it there. We got a good 20 minutes out of this and a couple good questions answered. If anyone else comes up with anything, please feel free to ask. And we've got the rest of this week as well for the Lunch and Learn with Jared and Greg, both very good at what they do and pretty knowledgeable. You also see we do have some QR codes up here as well for reaching out to the support team or checking out our solutions marketplace if anything, and if any of that is interest to you as well. So thank you for those of you that attended and asked questions. We will continue the rest of this week, and we hope to see you all again here soon.
Hey, so where do I get that QR code from?
I mean, if it's on the screen right now, if you wanted to just
I just snip it? I just snipped it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yep, and then you should be able to access this.
Okay.
Of course.
Hey, thanks,
All right,
gents.
have a good one,
Cheers.
everyone.